Hey, what's going on, guys? This is James Heben. I'm a part of the Massasoit Wrestling Corner here on this channel, which will be returning this semester coming up during the fall here at Massasoit Community College. So that will be a good thing. Right now, I'm on campus to give you a review of the Wednesday Night Wars, specifically the three shows that you can access easily, sadly. Ring of Honor, TNA, and NXT, which unfortunately there's no Lucha yet because I still don't have El Rey, and my friend Draven might not be able to be a part of this channel at all. I'm not sure what his update is on that yet. But depending on what goes on, hopefully I can get El Rey. It depends on if I do good in school and whatnot. Hopefully, I can ask for it. Now, I'm going to say this right now. I missed the first part of Ring of Honor. All I know is that some 18-year-old kid got the shit kicked out of him by, like, two guys. So, that happened. Before I continue with the Ring of Honor review, I get a little rant on TNA. And I know people are like, oh, God, he's bashing TNA again. I'm bashing it for a reason here. Okay? If Grado wins the fucking X Division belt, I'm done watching that product. Okay, I'm because they will be dead at that point. There will be no recovering. Let me ask you guys something. Okay, if Grado, this comedic character, this comedic fat dude that has a funny British accent or whatever, wins the belt, what does that say for TNA? They're basically throwing in the towel and saying, "Look, we give up. We're throwing in the towel. We don't know what to do anymore." Because if that happens, then they're just basically killing themselves, and it shows if they let them get that belt. That means no championship will mean anything. None. If Grado wins that belt, the belts will mean nothing history-wise. That will mean nothing. There will be props. Okay, all your little TNA history will be dead. They'll just kill it off. They'll say, "Fuck it, it never existed." Sadly, and I think that's the route they're going, because I don't think they're confident that they'll ever get a re-signing with Destination America. So I think they're going to pull the plug. I think they're just going to put it out of its misery, basically, which I said should have happened because there's no way they'll ever compete with the WWE ever again. But the sad part is it's actually decent right now. So, despite what I said, they still have some great action. But if they keep pushing the wrong people, this is what gets my head in a swivel here. I mean, in reality, it should have been either Cruz or Kenny King, and they had both of them job out to this fucking Grado dude. So, I mean, I don't really know what to say about that. The Beatdown Clan hasn't been shown in weeks. I don't know what the hell their status is. I mean, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on. I mean, I don't understand why they just have to kill it off and say, "Fuck it, we give up." There might still be hope, There might still be hope to be on with the Destination America for another year or two. Before they have to have a new deal. But if they have an out clause, they have an out clause. But maybe they can redeem themselves and, gain the viewership that they once had, which they have been, because the last viewership for TNA actually went up. I mean, I don't know about this week's, because this week's was kind of telling that they didn't want to put this match on yet. They're putting it on live. When they go to Orlando, they go back home. But I'm telling you right now, if Grado wins the belt, I'm erasing my entire TNA review, and I'm not watching the rest of the product. I'll go straight to NXT. I'm telling you that right now for future reference, because I will not be given up on when I've actually started watching again. So if they do that, then I'll be done. I won't even care what happens to them. If they go to GFW, fine by me, because I don't want to see their product go and basically say, fuck it, we give up, which is what it looks like is going to happen. I don't trust that TNA won't give the belt to Grado. I think they're going to give the belt to Grado. And when it happens, I will be massively pissed. Uh, so, with that being said, so you guys are forewarned if that happens. On to Ring of Honor. Match number 2. I already talked about my issues with match 1. I didn't get to watch it yet. Moose, the new NFL player that debuted in pro wrestling. My God, this guy is already impressive. And the guy hasn't even been around for a cup of coffee. And I guess his new manager is the guy he was with, and they're both partnered with Vida Scott, or Veda Scott, sorry. I know who she is, by the way. And oh my God. Hot damn, people weren't exaggerating when this girl is hot, the hottest manager in wrestling. I mean, she is. Um, I mean, I don't know what Maria. I mean, unless Maria Kanellis is only a manager now, that might be a different story. But if she's not and she's a wrestler, then Vita is the hottest manager lady in pro wrestling today. So anyway, Moose takes on Cedric Alexander. This was a great match. Both men looked strong here. It was a great match, very solid match. Cedric actually wins, and he might get the number 1 contendership opportunity in a triple threat match at Best in the World. And Cedric actually uses the wrench that Vita brought out for Moose to use. She's trying to turn him heel. And the fans are completely behind the Moose character. I'm actually a believer of the Moose character. I think it's really getting over. I think he could actually be the next Monty Brown with the proper training, to be honest with you. There's a lot of promising shit with this Moose dude. So anyway, yeah, Moose basically got pinned after the wrench was hit, and hits the lateral press, standard pin, 1, 2, 3, and Cedric Alexander wins and possibly gets a spot in the triple threat number 1 contendership at Best in the World, breaking Moose's undefeated record, by the way. Apparently he had an undefeated record that lasted like 52-0 or something like that, which is nuts. Then another great match. It was a tag team match. ADH and Matt Sydal versus Naito and Tanahashi from New Japan. This match was just great. I know it was just kind of put together match, but Naito and Tanahashi, man, they really did great here. I think it's incredible because ADH and Matt Sydal took on Naito and Tanahashi. I mean, Naito and Tanahashi looked so great. They were over with the crowd. I watched this whole match through and through. There were some sick spots in this match. There was a lot of high flying. ADH is just incredible. Oh my fucking God. That flip that he does over the top rope is nuts. I don't think anybody else does that in pro wrestling. Definitely give that match a look. Definitely get that episode a look on their website. Matt Sydal does some crazy shit, of course. He's reborn, a.k.a. Evan Bourne. The whole gimmick-wise. Tanahashi and Naito do some crazy spots. They fly out of the ring also. Tanahashi has one of the best frog splashes in the business. From what I've seen him in Wrestle Kingdom 9, and I saw him here. He's just awesome. Tanahashi is a worldwide star, no question about it, in New Japan. I think he should be a worldwide star in America also, but we all know that, WWE won't get him. I mean, we're lucky we got Kenta. So yeah, Tanahashi hits the 5-star for the win. It was just a great match. I can't really explain everything that happened because it was just so chaotic. It's just something you gotta check out. And then the final thing, because this is only an hour program, so there was like 4 things on this, I think. Contract signing between Jay Lethal and Jay Briscoe. Battle of the Belts. Ends with trash talking. This trash talking was fucking awesome in this. I loved how Jay Lethal's the sophisticated dude who thinks that he's all that in a bag of chips, and basically said that Jay Lethal Briscoe's parents made a mistake 31 years by having him be born. And Jay Briscoe got pissed and retaliated and say, "I'm gonna beat you so bad that I'm gonna turn you back into the Black Machismo," which is also great. It ends with Jay Lethal saying, "You made that belt. You made the world title. Made you. I made the television title. That belt made you. I made this." And then Jay Briscoe replies with, "Yeah, keep talking, boy." Um, just some great shit. And I think the pay per view's on Friday, so in a couple days from now. Just an amazing promo by made by Jay Lethal and Jay Briscoe. And then we go to Impact Wrestling. So this is where we're at now. Starts off with the Dusty Rhodes tribute. I thought that was awesome because TNA had him as a commissioner once, and obviously everybody in pro wrestling is affected by Dusty Rhodes' death, TNA included. So that was a cool little tribute piece to him. I think that was awesome. Um, and then it starts off the actual show with a recap promo of what happened at Destination X between Angle, Spud, Aries, and what do you call it? And EC3. I know he's not an it, but you know, that was a pretty good thing. And then the show starts off with a contract signing. It's for the TNA Heavyweight Championship. Angle and EC3 are in the ring. EC3 basically says, lists off, not saying names, but he lists off like their nicknames of everybody that he's ever beaten. It's actually a really good promo by EC3. He talks about how he beat, uh, Steve Austin, Undertaker, Smo Joe, The Rock, Shawn Michaels. He mentions everybody that he ever beat. So it was awesome. He did a really good job here. I thought Ethan Carter cut a really awesome promo. Um, Ethan Carter and Kurt Angle are going to battle for the TNA Heavyweight Championship. Now, here's the thing. I still don't get this. Why didn't they just make this so much simpler on themselves by just having a fatal four-way match for the heavyweight belt at Destination X? That's just something that I would have done, because you would have had Spud, you would have had Aries, you would have had EC3 and Kurt Angle. And if EC3 didn't win, he could have had a legitimate argument that I never got my one-on-one opportunity and I'm still undefeated in singles matches or what, blah, blah, blah. That's why I think they should do that instead of, they could have done it so much simpler by doing that, and they never did. So, I mean, you didn't even have to do it in an elimination. It could have just been first fall to a finish, and it would have been a great match. I mean, I understand why they did it now, because they had a match of the year caliber match with Aries and Angle, but still, I mean, I think that they should have just called it a day and did a fatal four-way match, because they already had a stacked card at Destination X anyway. Um, with commercials and stuff, since it's not on pay-per-view anymore, but, then Kurt Angle retaliates on Ethan Carter by saying, how many times have I been down this road and I've beaten everybody in big match situations? You're no different. I will beat you, and it will haunt you for the rest of your life. And he said, good luck, you're going to need it. Then Kurt Angle picks, and then they also mutually agreed to pick their opponents. So Kurt Angle picks Ethan Carter's third opponent to be Bobby Lashley, the Destroyer. So yeah, that happened. Please go back to your old theme. The new one sucks. Sorry, had to say it. So yeah, that's the main event, is Ethan Carter the third and Bobby Lashley. Yeah. I thought this was a strong opening segment. I thought it was a very good match, or not a match, but a very good segment between the two on the mic. Ethan Carter shows what he can do every time. He gets better and better every day. So I'm a fan of Ethan Carter. Triple threat match will be next week. So for the X Division Championship, just letting you know. I don't know I don't even remember. I think it's Low Key, Manic, and Grado. I I think those are the people. No, Loki, Tigre, Uno, and Grado are the people. If Grado wins, I'm done. I'm telling you that right now. Grado wins, I'm done. I'll be fucking done. Goes on to the Wolves promo on the Dirty Heels in the best of 5 match series. And then Bobby Roode interrupts, says that Austin Aries is not here tonight after Wolves talk a bunch of trash to the Dirty Heels and want a piece of their ass, quote unquote. And that was taken out of context. But anyway, Bobby Roode basically said, that he's not here tonight, and Eddie Edwards, or I think it was Davey Richards who said, "You seem healthy, you seem just fine. Why don't you take on one of us?" Bobby Roode originally says no, but then puts a stipulation on the line that the winner of this will get to pick a stipulation for match 4 in the best of 5 series. To keep track with the best of 5 series right now, it's 2 Wolves, one goes to the Dirty Heels, so. That's what's going on, and it's Bobby Roode versus Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards wins with a roll up. Austin Aries tries to interfere and use a steel chair, but it backfires, and it's actually the opposite of what happens. And Davey Richards, I think, uses the chair instead, and then hits a roll up for the win, and he picks Full Metal Mayhem for their stipulation for match 4. So that's going to be match 4. Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, the Wolves, versus the Dirty Heels of Bobby Roode and Austin Aries in a Full Metal Mayhem match. This is going to be great. I can't wait, because these guys are putting on clinics so far as pertains to tag team matches, which, let's be honest, TNA doesn't really have a tag team division, so seeing these guys fight for those belts is really awesome. And they put on a clinic every time. Bobby Roode versus Eddie. I already said that. Oh, God, here's where it goes downhill again. I forgot there was another thing that I had to rant about. So y'all remember, right, when Abyss and Joseph Park were the same person, but it's like Joseph Park had dementia and didn't really know who he really was. And then it took Eric Young to kind of finally find out who he was. He removed his mask, and it turned out to be Joseph Park. Joseph Park was Abyss. They weren't brothers. They were the same person. Ready? Ready for this? So, currently, Abyss is a part of the Revolution, right? 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 Okay. So, to the next segment. Ready for this? Jeremy Borash interviews Joseph Park. Not Abyss. Even though they're the same person, but Joseph Park. I'm in the middle of a video. What do you want? Huh? I'm in the middle of a video. I'm currently on webcam right now. What is it now? What do you want to try? I can't hear you. Just call. I'll call you back when I get better reception. Bye. Anyway, Johnny, stop calling me in the middle of videos, please. 4 to 5 is my time. 3 to 5 is my time. It's actually probably 3 to 4, but don't call me in between 3 to 5. Thank you. Okay. Bye. Anyway, so yeah, Joseph Park. What? Shut the fuck up, Johnny. Anyway, so yeah, Joseph Park. Out of all people, they brought this gimmick back and said fuck it to the whole Abyss storyline. I'm so mad that this is another sign where I think they're just giving up because they're just ixnayed the entire storyline that happened previously. Um, and I guess he's fighting fucking Bram. This was stupid. There was no reason for this match to even happen. They actually had Joseph Park get offense in. What the fuck? Like, Joseph Park, as Abyss, is currently in the Revolution, and we're just gonna say fuck all that? Makes no sense. The fans were not into this match. I'm just gonna say this right now. So Bram hits a spear through the table for the win. This match was pointless. I didn't like this match. I didn't even pay attention. I was too busy looking at shit. I was on Facebook and shit. I didn't even care. I was looking on my phone. And apparently Bram's, I got Bram's finisher wrong last time. Apparently, it's the brighter side of suffering. Can we just call it the DD? Can we just call it the inverted? Can we just call it the Impaler DDT and call it a day? Like, seriously? The brighter side of suffering? Are you shitting me? I'm sorry, but, and I know Charlotte's married to this guy, but I'm not a fan of Bram at all. I don't like his character. I never liked his character. I think he's stupid. I think he should go. I even remember putting him on my roster. I don't even know why now. I really don't know why I put him on my roster. Anyway, so that happened. Then the fucking Dollhouse fights Awesome Kong and Brooke Tessmacher. Now, this was an okay match. I just don't like the Dollhouse. So I'm glad that, Kong and Tessmacher won. But what the fuck is Brooke wearing, dude? What happened to Miss Texas shit? Like, we're gonna go gay pride now? She has, like, rainbow shit now. It's not even what she used to wear. I remember she used to wear red, white, and blue, star. I think she had, like, one star on her tank, on her top. What happened to that? Now she's rainbow. Now she's rainbow girl. I don't even know why. Doesn't make sense to me. I honestly don't get it. But anyway, that's just me. So yeah, Dollhouse versus Awesome Kong and Brooke Tessmacher. If Brooke and Khan win, I think they got some sort of match with. It's either they get a match with Taryn Terrell singles matches, or it's a triple threat match for the Knockouts Championship. I'm not sure which. They weren't specific. So the Dollhouse gets beat by Kong and Tessmacher. Awesome finish, by the way. They pull a Superfly and Andre the Giant here. Awesome Kong has Brooke Tessmacher on her shoulders, and Brooke Tessmacher jumps off of Awesome Kong's shoulders for the elbow drop to pick up the victory. So it was a pretty cool spot. So they get a shot at Taryn Terrell now, and Taryn, as the 7-year-old petulant child gimmick that she's in now, freaks out and holds one of her ratchet bodyguards in sorrow. I really don't like this gimmick. Anyway, next thing. Okay. Eric Young's a badass heel. I will say that. He's a very good heel. He's a legit heel. I'm not going to deny that anymore. I would be pissed off too if I fought for this country and someone stole my prosthetic leg after mine was blown off. So Chris Melendez calls out Eric Young for that. This happened during the 10-Man War. If you haven't seen it, it was actually a very good match. I actually got a chance to watch it. So Chris Melendez calls out Eric Young. Chris Melendez and Eric Young call each other out. They're going to be fighting next week in Universal Studios on Impact. So that's going to be cool. Jesse Goddard's are going to fight, DJZ. It wasn't really anything spectacular. Jesse Goddard's hits the turnbuckle powerbomb. Although he did it weird. I do like Jesse as a wrestler. I just don't like this whole gimmick because this is so Chris Masters. It's not even funny. They made him like into this big power dude. Um, but I liked what he did here. He definitely looked dominant. Um, oh, I'm sorry. He didn't hit the turnbuckle powerbomb. He actually won with the Boston Crab. But he actually did hit the turnbuckle powerbomb. So what ended up happening was this is how the match ended. There wasn't really much in this match except Zima Ion got a lot more offense in. Except there was less moves used by the stronger guy because he's a stronger guy. You know how that goes. But Jesse Goddard's hits the like how Sin Cara does that whole power bomb thing when you're in an armbar. Well, Jesse Goddard's does that, and he hits Zima Ion's back of the head onto the turnbuckle, which had to fucking hurt so bad because that's not padding. Very good padding anyway. That's legit like boxing padding. Like so, if you hit that, you're hitting that thing hard. Um, and then he gets Zima Ion to tap out to the Boston Crab. Then Jesse cuts a promo on the whole bromance thing. I felt useless in the bromance. This guy sounds like he's jizzing every time he's talking. Just gonna say it. Ugh. I don't really care about the storyline. Robbie E comes out for the save. Blah. Who gives a shit? Basically, yeah. So what I specifically wrote is Jesse hits the turnbuckle powerbomb and the Boston Crab finisher for the win and cuts a promo on DJZ and Robbie E. And Robbie E returns and who gives a shit? It's basically what I wrote. I really don't like the storyline. Mainly because I don't care about Robbie E. Jesse is a very good athlete. I just don't care about the storyline. I never cared about the bromance angle. I never cared about Robbie E. I like DJZ and fucking Jesse. I don't like Robbie E. I hate Robbie E. I think his gimmick is stupid. It's outdated. It's over. The show Jersey Shore has been over for like years now, and yet they're still keeping this going. They're still having this as a thing, and it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. Anyway, on to something good. Magnus calls out James Storm. James Storm comes in with a baby stroller saying it's his son. But it turns out it's not his son. And he kicks the baby carriage when Magnus tries to charge after him. And Magnus gets very worried. And it turns out that it wasn't even his kid. It was a baby doll. And Storm runs off. So Storm's getting some good heel heat. Although I'd rather him his face, honestly. I'm just going to say it. But yeah, anyway. Ethan Carter III versus Bobby Lashley. This was just an interference match. It was just to basically keep the EC3's undefeated streak going, which apparently has been 599 wins, I think. I'm not sure, or it might have been 599 days. I'm not sure. Somebody clear that up with me if they watch the show on a regular basis. I haven't watched since now, so. But yeah, Ethan Carter hits the 1%er for the win. Apparently he's gone on 599 for a winning streak and is going up against Kurt Angle. This looks like it's going to be an interesting match in the next couple weeks. Ethan Carter's going to pick Kurt Angle's next opponent, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so now I gotta give my ratings on both Ring of Honor and TNA because I forgot Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor was a solid, I'd say it was a solid 8 out of 10. Some solid matches, solid storyline work. I like what they did with the kid, even though I didn't really watch much of it in the beginning. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Impact is a 5 out of 10 because it was like half and half. It was half good, half bad. And now we're on NXT, which I'm already going to tell you guys, it's worth checking out. I give this a 9 out of 10. So here we go. So WWE NXT, it kicks off with Team Soft versus what I like to call the Dubstep siblings. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, then you're completely out of tune with NXT. Colin Cassidy, Enzo Amore, and Carmella versus Alexa Bliss, Blake, and Murphy. So yeah, this was a very good match. Very good spots. Very good isolation work when it comes to Blake and Murphy. I thought it was awesome. When what they did here, I think Enzo Amore looked good as always. Colin Cassidy was a fucking wrecking machine, as always, and Carmella was her ratchet self. Although, everybody loves it. I'm into the whole thing now. So it's just it's a really good thing. Again, I've said it before on the Massasoit Wrestling Corner. Um, it took so long to find a proper Jersey gimmick, and they finally got it. They finally got it, and it's fucking over. So I give WWE, I give Triple H actually. I shouldn't give WWE. I give Triple H all the props in the world. So very very good. Very good match. I suggest you check it out. It was a very solid match. Very solid 6-person tag. Samoa Joe takes on, or Samoa Joe cuts a promo backstage. Gets interviewed by, I forget the girl's name, I'm sorry. And Samoa Joe cuts one of the best promos ever because Samoa Joe's just an awesome promo worker. 10 out of 10 for this promo. No, but seriously, check it out. Awesome promo. And then we go on to even better things here. I love what they're doing with this. Finn Balor video package. It starts off with that. And it actually has a documentary going on in the show. A Finn Balor documentary, part 1. So I love that. They're going to go over his entire career when he was Fergal Devitt, Prince Devitt, into Finn Balor. This is awesome. I love where this is going. I can't wait to see more. I can't wait for the next episode of NXT just for that alone. And I can't wait to see Becky Lynch and Finn Balor team up. If you don't know what I'm talking about by that, watch the show because it's very emotional. And Becky Lynch and Becky Lynch has known Finn Balor and has trained with Finn Balor at a very young age since Finn Balor was 20 and Becky Lynch was 16. So it was definitely something cool to see. I think you guys should check it out. Nebler and Charlotte versus Cassie. It was a pretty good match. Cassie is one of the new recruits for the NXT women's division. And Charlotte hits the figure 8 for the win. It was a very good match for what it was. So definitely check it out. I love how the crowd was too. Whether it was just them being silent because they were dozing off or them being silent out of respect, I don't really care. I like it when it's silent, when it's a new person debuting, because then I get to see everything that they're doing and actually get into it. So it's definitely getting good to get a good feel for the new person. So I like it. Then Dana Brooke cuts a promo backstage. It's good as always, so I don't really have anything to complain about this. Dana Brooke says that she's going to take over Charlotte's spot, which you know where this is leading. Charlotte's going over to the main roster, and fucking Dana Brooke's taking her place, which I have no problem with happening. I think it's going to be a very good match between Dana Brooke and Charlotte. I think it's going to go over very well with the fans, and I think it's just going to be a great match. So expect big things out of this. I think it's going to be great. So our main event, Samoa Joe versus Kevin Owens, which is just a clinic for the amount of time they had. And it ends with the match being thrown out, and they're just brawling all over the place. I think it's appropriate end to the show. I think it's appropriate end to the match because these two are behemoths and they want to kick the crap out of each other. So, I suggest you guys check out this episode of NXT. Again, it's a 9 out of 10. This week's winner to me is NXT. Right behind that's Ring of Honor, and down below in the totem pole again is TNA. That just goes to show you where they've gone. But at least it's decent and not horrid. Hopefully they don't decide to become horrid because they've given up, which is what it looks like they're doing, sadly. But yeah, That's pretty much all the time I have for today. If you guys want to check out my other stuff and my other work, check out my channel right around here. I usually put it over here, but I'm going to be opposite today. Check it out here. I don't even know where I put it. Just check it out here. Check out my show here. You see this? Okay. Check out my channel here, J Hebert Side 95. Check out my other channel here, Weymouth Youth Wrestling. www.youtube.com/WYWPride, and for this, it's www.youtube.com/jhebertside95. Up here is the Massasoit Wrestling Corner videos. If you guys want to check that out, highlight reel will be coming by the end of the summer. That's when I'm gonna try to have it done. And down below, somewhere in the corner, subscribe to Owen's channel, Wrestling Fortune 44. So, with that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.